All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of music classes, online music classes for students of the Tacoma School of the Arts Big Band. So picking up where we left off last time, we were talking about some simple keyboard skills that you can use to play and practice with and help further your musical skills. And off the last video, we had talked about playing melodies and just playing single notes in the bass. So a really quick review. For example, if I do a song like C Jam Blues, if I play the melody here, and then single note in the bass. Then we had talked about two-note chords, thirds, major thirds, and minor thirds. So on and so forth. I think we also talked about three-note chords, triads, where it's 4 half steps above the root and then 3 half steps above that for major triads. We also talked about minor triads, so 0, 1, 2, 3 half steps for a minor third, 1, 2, 3, 4 for a major third. So there's minor triads. So then I think we talked about diminished and augmented. I can't recall. We'll just do a real quick review and then move from there. So again, when we talk about thirds, if our root is 0, then we count, okay, for a major third, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps above the root. For a minor third, we start on our root. There's 0, 1, 2, 3 half steps as a minor third. So then we had a major triad, which is a major third, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus a minor third, 0, 1, 2, 3. Major third, major triad. Now minor triad is a minor third, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have augmented, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus another 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's augmented and then diminished. 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 1, 2, 3. So our 4 triads, major, augmented, minor, diminished. And then we talked about inversions a little bit. So what I'm going to do really quickly here is I'm going to take C Jam Blues, and because I think last time we did it all with major triads. So what I'm going to do here is add some of those other chords so you can hear them in context, because this, augmented by itself sounds kind of strange, and so does diminished. So so what I'll do here is I'm going to play 4 bars of C major. Then I'm going to play a bar of well, actually, that's not going to work because I think the F sharp's going to clash. But I'll play 4 bars of C major, 2 bars of F major, then 2 bars of C major, and then a bar of D minor, a bar of G major, a bar of C major, and then a bar of G augmented. So I don't think we'll be able to get a diminished one in there, but you'll hear the other ones anyways. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Major, 3, 4, D minor, G augmented. Now what you can see here too is I'm using just root position triads here. Simple stuff. You can do this exact same thing with inversion. So let me see how that's going to pan out here. Let's try it out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, still works out okay. So that's basically it. So I know we're kind of covering a lot of stuff kind of quickly, but again, you can take your melody, single note in the bass. You can do your melody with 2-note thirds in the bass. You can do your melody with triads in the bass, and then we've also talked about inversions. And again, the triads that we did discuss on the previous video were major, minor, augmented, and diminished. And we also, I believe, we talked about sus4 and sus2. So today we're going to get into 7th chords. 7th chords are 4-note chords. So basically what we're doing here is we're stacking basically 3 thirds, one on top of the other. So the 5 7th chords that we have here, and we'll go through each one of these here. So we've got major 7. So I'm going to build a C major 7 chord from well, from C, C being our root. And so I'm going to start with, it's a major third plus a minor third plus a major third, or 4 plus 3 plus 4. So if I start on C, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and from there I'll put 3 on top of that, 0, 1, 2, 3, and from here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is major 7. So let's find out another one of these here. Let's go from A. So here's A, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more here. How about B major 7? Why not? Here's B, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then 0, 1, 2, 3, and now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is major 7. So all we're doing is it's a major third plus a minor third plus a major third of 4 plus 3 plus 4. So now let's do the next one that would be smaller than that would be a dominant 7 chord. So I'm going to do C7. So if we look at this one, we start on C, and the pattern here is 4 plus 3 plus 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our major third, and now minor third, 0, 1, 2, 3, and another minor third, 1, 2, 3. So 4 plus 3 plus 3, C7. Let's build a couple more here. Let's go to B flat. Here's B flat, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. A major third, minor third, minor third. And let's build one more here. How about C sharp 7? So here's C sharp, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So 4 plus 3 plus 3. So those are our dominant 7 chords. The next one that's smaller than that, or smaller in size, would be minor 7. So here is C minor 7. So this is, what's the pattern here? 3 plus 4 plus 3. Minor third plus major third plus minor third. So let's take a look here. If I start on C, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 0, 1, 2, 3. All right. And then here is A. So we'll build A minor. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. We're just counting up the half notes, and that pattern gives us minor. Let's do, how about F minor? Here's F. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 0, 1, 2, 3. F minor 7. So that's how that guy works. The one that's smaller than that is half diminished, which is also known as minor 7 flat 5. That's this guy here. So and so here's C minor 7. So here is C half diminished, or as you can see, 1, 3, 5, 7. This is the flat 5, which is why they call it C minor 7 flat 5, or C half diminished. So this pattern is 3 plus 3 plus 4. 3 plus 3 plus 4. So we check that out. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's find a couple more of these guys here. How about A flat minor 7 flat 5? A flat half diminished. So here's A flat. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. How about E flat? Here's my E flat. 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So there's our minor 7 flat 5, also known as half diminished. And then the last one we have is fully diminished. So this is C diminished 7. And this one is all stacked minor thirds. So we've got, here's 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 1, 2, 3. All right, so we've got 4 stacked minor thirds. Let's find another one here. How about B flat diminished? So here's B flat, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. B flat diminished. So it's 3 stacked minor thirds. Let's do another one. How about D diminished? Here's D. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So there is our D diminished chord. So those are our the 5 most common 7th chords. There's other ones too. I mean, you can do like a major 7 with a sharp 5, and you could do sus chords. But the ones that you find most often, if you're looking at like, you know, tunes or real books or Abersolds or whatever it is you're working with, these ones are kind of the most common ones. And when I say this one is smaller than that one, what I mean by that is C major 7, that's the largest one, and from here they start getting smaller because C7, this one comes down, so that's C7. C minor 7, now this one's going down, that's a little bit smaller. Then we have C minor 7 flat 5, this one's pulling down, and then we have C diminished 7, which means this one pulls down. So largest, a little smaller, a little smaller, a little smaller, and then smaller still. So those are the 7th chords. Now, putting these in context, if I go back to the song that I was playing before, C Jam Blues, and now I use all 7th chords, it's going to have a bit of a different texture or a different color to it. So again, if I do this quickly, I'll play the triads for C Jam Blues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And I'm just using basic 1, 4, 5 blues here. There's lots of different chord progressions you can use. So now if I use those as dominant 7 chords, it'll sound a little bit different. Here it is. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's typically, I mean, when you hear a blues, a lot of times you're hearing those dominant 7 chords, those 7 chords. So that's pretty common. Now, what I just did there, I don't know if you probably noticed, maybe not, in the left hand is all those chords were played in root position, i.e. 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. So here's C7, F7, G7, okay? And again, there's a little bit of jumping involved with that. So we talked about inversions. Inversions work the same way with the 7th chords as they do with the triads. You're just moving to the closest voices. So I'll do this in the middle here so you can see a little better. So if I start on C7, I'd have 4 bars of that. If I want to go to F7, well, I've got C, E, G, and B flat. The notes for F7 are F, A, C, and E flat. So if I go back here, C7, so I've got C, E, G, and B flat. I need F, A, C, and E flat. Well, I've got C, so that's going to stay the same. They share the same note. E moves down to E flat. G can move down to F, and my B flat can move down to A. So that's the close inversion there. All right, so I go from the C for 4 bars, then F for 2 bars, then back to C. Well, I just moved back to where I was. And now I need to go to G7. So my notes for G7 are G, B, D, F. So I'm on my C chord. I've got C, E, G, B flat. Well, they share the G, so let's keep the G. Now I need G, B, D, and F. Well, B flat can move up to B. My E can move up to my F. And my C can move up to D. So that's one inversion that's close and that could work. So again, you're just shifting the notes around so that you don't have to jump so much with your hand. So now if we just look at the left hand here, if I do that using inversions, C7, 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 C7. Now F7 with the inversion, right there. Then back to C7. Now I need to go to my G7, and F7, and then C7. Now, there's lots of other ways to play voicings, shift the notes around to get different things in the piano, and that's another conversation for another time or perhaps another video. But basically, what I wanted to go through today was just recapping our last video, and then today, showing you the different types of 7th chords: major 7, dominant 7, excuse me, minor 7 flat 5, and then diminished 7. And then showing you also, not only can you play through songs using that in root position, and that sounds pretty good, but also to let you know that you can use inversions for that as well and get some stuff done in a good way there. So hopefully that helps. We'll expand upon this a little bit more next time. I think we got like a couple classes left before the end of the school year. So if you have any questions, as I said before, feel free to shoot me an email or get in touch. And it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, if you need help, let me know and I'll be happy to help you. And happy practicing. Talk to you later.